Today we are going to explain determination of total hardness of water by complexometric method using EDTA. In this method we are going to determine total hardness of any water sample. So that in this experiment what are the apparatus we require? You see, we require conical glass, we require burette, we require pipette, we require beak. Once we will see the glassware, this is called a burette. Here we have a 50 ml measurement and this is the 1.5. This is a stop. So then we have a conical glass. This is a cone shape and we have a pipette. This is a 20 ml pipette. And also we require a beaker and we have a measuring jar. Okay, these are the apparatus required for this experiment. And the chemicals. Here we have a 5 chemicals we require. One is a EDTA solution, second one is a standard hard water, third one is a basic buffer pH 9 to 10, and fourth one is EBT indicator, and fifth one is the water sample, because whatever the water sample we are going to analyze or estimation of total hardness. Once we see the chemicals, see this one is the EDTA. And this is EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, and this one is this is EDTA, and this one is a standard hard water, and then we have a EBT indicator, we have a basic buffer. Okay, these are the chemicals, and also we are taking the water sample. Okay. Next, here if you see the principle involving in this experiment is whatever the water sample we are taking, in this we have a hardness. What we have is hardness, and we are going to determine this hardness, that is total hardness, because we have a 3 types of hardness. One is a temporary hardness, second one is a permanent hardness, third one is total hardness. So that we don't estimate temporary hardness or permanent hardness, we are going to estimate total hardness. So that we are taking hardness, that is hard water. This is, we have a calcium and magnesium salts, soluble condition, and then we are taking EBT indicator. Whenever you add EBT indicator, then what happens here? The calcium magnesium EBT complex will be formed. Whenever the complex forms, that color is wine red color. You see, this is the wine red color, and this wine red is unstable. This is unstable complex. Whenever you go by taking of this unstable complex, and when you go for titrate of with the EDTA, when you titrate with the EDTA, then it turns into blue color. See here, whenever you take a wine red, that is unstable complex, when you titrate with EDTA, it turns into blue color. How it happens means, here EBT will be substituted by EDTA, and then EBT will be come out, and this EBT color is blue color. Actually this whatever the calcium magnesium EDTA complex, this is stable complex and we don't have the color. Whenever the EBT comes out, then it shows a blue color. So that in the principle what we are getting is, whenever you take a wine red color, this turns into blue color. See, this is the wine red. What is this? Hardness causing salts when you are combined with a EBT indicator wine red. Whenever titrate with this, with EDTA, it turns into the blue color. So that this blue color is a what is called a stable complex. Okay, this is the principle involving in the EDTA method. And then here, what is the procedure? We have a 2 steps procedure. One is a standardization of EDTA. Second one is a determination of total hardness. So that we have a standardization of EDTA. Second one is determination of total hardness. Why we want to go for standardization of EDTA? So that here, this is EDTA, and we know generally say when we go for the preparation, we know the concentration. But this concentration may not be stable, so that whenever you go to analyze or analysis of total hardness, at that time we use EDTA. At that time we want to know exact concentration of EDTA. Why means this concentration vary by time being. So that for knowing of exact concentration of EDTA, we are going for standardization of EDTA. How we go for standardization of EDTA means, we will take a standard hard water, because this is a known concentration. This is 0.01 molar. How we prepare this means by using of a standard, what is a calcium carbonate. So that by using of calcium carbonate we prepare this hardness, but this hardness is stable. So that whatever the 0.01 molar, this is stable. So that by using of this stable hardness, this we are going to standardization of EDTA. How we go the procedure? Very simple. We will take a conical flask. In this conical flask, we will pipette out 20 ml of this by using of 20 ml pipette. We are pipetting out 20 ml of standard hard water to this, and we are adding what is the 5 ml of basic buffer because of formation of the complex. And also we are adding 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator. Whenever you added these three chemicals, it turns into wine red color. Whenever you go for titration with this EDTA, so that we are taking burette. In the burette we are taking EDTA, so that we are going to titrate of this. Whenever you titrate with this, it turns into the blue color. That is the end point. We will stop the reading, so that when you done this procedure, what we have, see, this is, so that we have a table. This is a serial number. We have a volume of standard hard water. We have a burette reading initial and final, and consumed EDTA. So that for standardization of EDTA, we require this table. And then first, what we are taking is volume of standard hard water. So that we will pipette out 20 ml to this conical flask, and we are adding 5 ml of a basic buffer, and also 2 to 3 drops of indicator. You know, because what is the role of these two? Because basic buffer forms a complex, that is pH 9 to 10, and EBT is the indicator. So that how can we recognize the end point means with the help of this indicator. Whenever you add an indicator, we get a wine red, and what is the end point? End point is the blue color. Whenever we get a blue color, we stop the titration. And then suppose if we done, we have the values like this, so that the burette reading initial we have is 0.01. So that after the turning red, what is the blue color? We have is 19.5. So that what is the consumed? Because in a burette we are taking EDTA, so the consumed is 19.5 ml. And then we go for continuation. Why we go for continuation means in a burette we have a 50 ml. So that in this burette we have a 50 ml reading. So that we will continue for second titration. Why we want to continue means we can expect the concurrent values, that is the repeated values. So that this is we continued, and we get again 39, so that it is repeated, and we whatever we done the titration is good, and we have a 19.5. What is 19.5? So that when you go for the calculation, what is the formula? Here this is M1V1 is equal to M2V2. This is the formula. So that here M1 is the molarity of standard hard water. You know that is 0.01 molar, and V1 is the volume of standard hard water. We are taking 20 ml. And M2 is the molarity of EDTA, because we don't know the EDTA concentration, exact concentration. So that we put a question mark here. And V2 is the volume of EDTA. So that what is consumed EDTA, that is a burette reading. So that we have a 19.5 ml. So that when you substitute all these in the formula, so that M2 is the question mark, M2 is equal to M1 V1 by V2. So that we have a 0.01 of standard hard water, and we are taking a 20 by 19.5. When you simplify, we are getting 0.0102 molar. So that it's an exact concentration. So that 0.01, what is 02 molar. And then this is the standardization of EDTA, one step over. In second step, determination of total hardness. So that now we will take a water sample. Here you see the tabular column, the second column is standard hard water. Instead of standard hard water, we take a sample water. What we are taking is a sample water, and same burette we are taking EDTA. So that EDTA, same EDTA, and what we are changing is instead of standard hard water, we take a sample water. So the same procedure, we are taking the conical flask, we are pipetting 20 ml of sample water. This is the sample water, you know. We can analyze any sample, so that we will pipette out 20 ml of sample water to this conical flask, and we are adding 5 ml of buffer, basic buffer pH 9 to 10, and we are adding EBT indicator 2-3 drops. Whenever you add it, what the color we are getting is wine red color we are getting wine red color. Whenever you titrate with EDTA, and then what the color we are getting is blue color. Whenever blue color gets, we will stop the titration. So that whenever you stop, we will note the readings here the tabular column. So that volume of sample water we take a 20 ml, and then initial is 0, and then final is 6.9. So that what is the consumed? That is 6.9. So that we will continue for second titration. That is 6.9, and then we will go for continuation. That is 13.8. And then the consumed is 6.9. This is the final. So that here also the value is repeated. We are getting concurrent. This is when you go for the calculation, M2V2 is equal to M3V3. So M2, you know the concentration of the EDTA already we got in the first step, that is standardization. So that what is M2? 0.0102. And then what is V2? Volume of EDTA. What is the burette reading? Burette reading is 6.9 ml. And then what is M3? Molarity of sample water? We don't know, because we don't know, that is question mark. And volume of sample water is 20 ml, because what we taken in a molecular class. So that we don't know the molarity of sample water, so that M3 is equal to M2V2 by M3, and when we substitute 0.0102 into 6.9 by 20, we are getting, when we simplify, we are getting 0.0035 molarity. This is the sample water molarity. After that, we are going to determine total hardness. So that how we will determine is M3 into 10 to the power of 5. Here, what is the 10 to the power of 5? Here, this is 100 into 1000. What is 100 into 1000? What is 100? That is the equivalent weight of what is CaCO3. Why we are taking CaCO3 means we should express hardness in terms of calcium carbonate. Why means calcium carbonate is the salt which is having the molecular weight round figure whole number, and it is insoluble, so that any hardness causing salt we are expressing in terms of calcium carbonate, that is 100, and we are calculating for 1 liter, so that we are taking 1000, that is nothing. When you simplify 100 into 1000, we will get a 10 to the power of 5. So that 10 to the power of 5 is 100 into 1000. 100 is molecular weight of CaCO3 and 1000 is 1 liter. So that M3 into 10 to the power of 5, we are getting 350 ppm. What is the 350 ppm? This is the total hardness whatever the present in the water sample. So that this is the water sample. In this water sample, what is the total hardness is 350 ppm. This is the 350 ppm. So that when you go for the result, what the result we are analyzing is, one is the molarity of sample water. So that what is the molarity or concentration of this sample water? This is 0.0035. 0.0035 molar, that is molar. And what is the total hardness of this water sample is 350 ppm. So that this is the total experiment. So that okay, all of you, thank you students.